Welcome, growth-minded achievers. We all have goals, dreams, ambitions, but what if the biggest obstacle to success isn't external? What if our own ego is holding us back? That's the hard truth behind Ego is the Enemy by Ryan Holiday, a book that challenges us to get out of our own way and unlock true greatness by mastering humility, discipline, and resilience. Let's break it down, the silent enemy within. Most people think ego means confidence, but ego is actually arrogance, entitlement, self-importance. It's what makes us overestimate our abilities, ignore feedback, and believe we deserve success without putting in the work. Ryan Holiday argues that ego is the real enemy of progress, and if we don't control it, it will control us. 3 stages where ego destroys us. Ego isn't just a problem at one stage of life, it shows up in 3 critical phases. 1. When we're aspiring, at the start of our journey, ego makes us talk more than we act. We obsess over personal branding instead of mastering skills. We crave recognition before we've earned it. 2. When we're successful, success feeds ego. It makes us think we're untouchable, that we don't need to learn anymore, that we're the exception to the rules. 3. When we face failure, ego hates failure. Instead of taking responsibility, it makes us blame others. Instead of learning, it makes us make excuses. No matter where you are, ego is a trap. And the only way forward is to defeat it. Be a student, not a master. Ego makes us believe we already know enough, that we don't need advice or criticism, but true growth comes from being a student, learning from mentors, asking questions, taking feedback, even when it's uncomfortable. Ryan Holiday reminds us, the greatest minds in history were lifelong learners. Because the moment you think you've made it, you stop growing. Silence over self-promotion. Ego loves to talk. It wants to prove how smart, talented, and special we are, but real achievers, they let their work do the talking. Holiday warns against talking too much about our plans, because when we talk, our brain tricks us into thinking we've already taken action, and we lose momentum. Instead of seeking validation, seek results, detach from praise and criticism. Most people are addicted to approval. They chase likes, comments, and recognition. But Ryan Holiday says, the moment you depend on praise, you give others control over your self-worth. And the same goes for criticism. If negative feedback breaks you, you'll never push through adversity. Stay focused on your mission, not people's opinions. The power of humility. Ego makes us defensive. It makes us feel like we're too important to fail, but humility keeps us grounded, disciplined, open to learning. The most successful people in the world aren't the loudest, they're the ones working in silence, perfecting their craft, staying hungry. The moment you let go of ego, you make space for real mastery. Turn obstacles into strengths. Ego hates struggle. It sees challenges as threats instead of opportunities. But Ryan Holiday reminds us, every setback carries a lesson. Rejections, failures, disappointments, they humble us, toughen us, prepare us for greater success. Instead of letting ego make you feel like a victim, use adversity as fuel. Ego and the fear of starting over. Sometimes, ego traps us in a false identity. We hold on to past success, past titles, past achievements, even when they no longer serve us. But growth requires reinvention, the ability to start from scratch, to step outside our comfort zone, and be a beginner again. Ask yourself, are you holding on to something because of ego? Or because it truly aligns with your purpose? Discipline over ego. Ego craves shortcuts. It wants overnight success, quick validation, easy wins. But true success is built on discipline, patience, consistency. Greatness isn't about one big moment, it's about showing up every day, putting in the work. Even when no one is watching, ego seeks comfort, discipline seeks growth. Final thoughts. Ego is the enemy is a wake-up call, a reminder that success isn't about proving ourselves, it's about becoming better every day. It's about staying humble, staying hungry, and never letting ego blind us from growth. So ask yourself, are you running on ego? Or are you ready to rise above it? Like, share and subscribe. If this book summary gave you something to think about, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs to hear this, and make sure to subscribe to Zach's Bookish World for more powerful book breakdowns.